flashing lights. I don't see any police here though. It looks like just tow trucks. So I guess it isn't too serious. I see these guys holding up a little stop sign for me here now. They're gonna let the other side through first. I put my four-way flashers on when I'm coming up to a sign holder so that I acknowledge that I see their stop signs. That they see my four-ways on and they know I see the stop sign, I'm going to stop. So they don't have to worry about that. It also lets people behind me know that I'm going to do a stop. But it looks a bit off. They're just cleaning up here now. That guy cleaning up the cones there. I wonder what happened. I came up here yesterday and there was nothing going on then. Someone must have hit the ditch here overnight or something. The roads were good, they weren't slippery, and they didn't get any snow, so I wonder what happened. Got 3 vehicles here, and then they'll let me pass and see what's going on. People behind me have stopped, so I have to turn my four-ways off so I don't have that annoying clicking. Oh, now they're letting me past. Me, that's okay. So you had 1, 2 wreckers. Whatever this is here. That's what's going on. I know what's wrong with it. I ain't got no gas in it. It takes quite the operation to get him pulled out of there. Whew. I don't even want to know what that bill was. Thanks. For those of you who aren't in trucking and don't know the costs of things in the industry, I'm going to give you a roundabout ballpark number, and people can correct me in the comment section if I'm way off. But I'm going to go ahead and say that that rescue operation there, pulling the truck out with all those wreckers, probably ran that guy and his company, I'm going to say $5,000 to $8,000. Am I way off? Somebody who runs a wrecking company or tow truck driver, comment down below and let me know. There was, what, 2 wreckers? A bunch of other material stuff there? I'm going to say around $5,000. Maybe 8. 5 to 8. Maybe I'm way off. The same tow truck in front of me from before now put his four-ways on as we're coming up to this construction zone. I'm wondering if he's planning on stopping in and saying hello here, or what? Because there was plenty of signs along the side of the road notifying everybody behind him that we're slowing down. There was no need to, because if you put your hazards on like that, I'm assuming you're coming to a complete stop. No, you just turned him off. He was just slowing down. He was just obeying the posted speed limit signs. Okay. Well, there's no need to put four-ways on, then it confused me. Just a construction zone. I thought there might be another accident coming up or something. It's hard to know when to turn your four-ways on and when not to. Different people do it differently. There's a big pile of snow. There's another big pile of snow. Together there, a really big pile of snow. Here's my trailer. I dropped it where they need it. That is Stonewall right over there. You can see the sign is right there. It says Stonewall. That's how you know I'm not lying to you. It's a wall of stone. Stonewall.
hazard is looked ahead. Life is full of obstacles. That's how we overcome them.
I'm headed back up to Norway House again tomorrow to grab another one. Except the other one like this, I'm bringing to Selkirk instead of here in Stonewall. Just a little further that way down the road. So that'll take up my next 2 days and the rest of my week. Tomorrow's Thursday. The whole day will be us just bobtailing back up to Norway House, and then Friday will be the whole day us coming back down with another one of these. And that'll be that. There's some rocks over there. I wonder if that was once the stone wall.
At Medstar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients...
Good morning, everybody. It's March 17th. It's Thursday. It's 2022. I don't know why I said it now, but it's Thursday, March 17th, 2022. We're about to go back up to the Norway House in Manitoba. It's about a 10-hour drive from where I am now. We're going to bobtail up there. We're going to pick up another one of those office trailers. We're going to bring that one down to Selkirk. It's almost exactly the same thing we did yesterday, except that one we brought to Stonewall. Selkirk's a little further east down the road. Pretty much the same thing. 10 hours up there. We're going to sleep there tonight. 10 hours back down. And we'll be back tomorrow, Friday evening. It'll work out perfect. Stop by the Timmy's here at Deacon's Corner. Look at all this. This is what happens when all the snow melts, eh? I don't know what that loader guy's doing, if he's moving the water or if he's moving the snow. He's trying to move the water. Oh boy, I don't want to get stuck here. Oh man. No, I'm not going in here. Oh, look at this. What a mess. No, I'm not going in there. You crazy? I'm bobtailing. I'm going to get stuck in that stuff. See, we're not thinking in here, so this part here is tight. Looks like where that guy is there too. It's safe there. But this is all packed snow, right? And then at this time of year, in the springtime, when it starts melting, it gets all soft. It turns into this mess here. This is a highway tractor's worst nightmare. See, people got stuck here already. And it'll just suck you right in and you're not going anywhere. It's going to hold on to you real tight. So these are the kind of things you learn in your first couple of years of trucking. And how different seasons produce different challenges in different climates and different regions. I don't think we can make it through that, but it doesn't look too soft. We're just going to roll in through here and just plow right through. Oh, this gas station's almost ready here. It's going to be an Esso. Yeah. Esso and Timmy's. It used to be Timmy's and Wendy's always. Now it's always Timmy's and Esso. So the reason I pointed out the fact that I was bobtailing before when I decided not to go through that was because you have less traction when you're bobtailing because there's no weight on your drive tires, right? You'll just sit there and spin. However, you see some of these guys decided to plow through there anyways. If I was fully loaded and at a gross weight of like 80,000, 90,000 pounds, I would definitely have gone through there too. Wouldn't have had a problem. You go through there like a tank then when you're fully loaded. But when you're empty, even if you have an empty trailer behind you, or especially if you're bobtailing, that's like a quicksand trap. Quicksand trap. You'll sink right in and you'll be stuck. However, if you're fully loaded, use your personal judgment. I mean, I would go through that fully loaded, but you still run the risk of getting stuck. So if you don't want to run the risk, just go where you're not going to get stuck. Because if you're fully loaded, you could probably, because you're pushing tracks through this way, and if you suddenly get stuck and can't go forward, well, you can just back up in the tracks you just made, right? And then take another running start at it. Probably won't get stuck. Like this guy here, look at him. He's gonna plow right through. You ever bought Always gonna go for the path of least resistance there, but you see, he's probably got a lot of weight in that trailer. Even if it's an empty trailer, it's more than I have. So those are the kind of things you learn over the first few years of driving, right? And that's why it's sometimes kind of hard to get on at a company without that experience, because the first 2 years you learn so much. But then the question comes up, like, where do I gain my experience if everybody requires experience? Usually, like in any career, you gotta sort of start something a little bit closer to home, a little bit smaller. Maybe driving some dump trucks, gravel trucks. For me personally, I went and delivered Pepsi for 5 years. Pepsi in Winnipeg is always looking at home. I shouldn't say now, it's been 10 years since I've been there, but they were really desperate for drivers, and they hired me right out of the gate. I was 18. I didn't even have my commercial license when they hired me for the job. They helped me get my license and trained me and stuff. I got my license, and then boom, I was out on my own the next day. They really needed drivers. And I got my experience that way, right? Another way you can gain experience is some of the mega carriers, they have these training programs set up already. It's a very expensive, big program that some of the big companies do have. I'm not familiar with them because I've never gone through them, but I know that they'll train you and hire you if you sign a contract to work with them for X amount of time, like a year or two after your training is complete. Right? That'll pay back your training. Sometimes they'll even train you for free if you agree to work for a year or two at a reduced rate to pay back the training, right? I'm not familiar with those. I'm sorry, I can't help you with those. I can help you get work here if you're eligible to work with us here and you do have the experience already. We do ask that. We haul a lot of specialized freight here, so we need drivers who are passionate about driving, who love to drive, know what they're doing. You can get our freight from point A to point B safely and in one piece flow correctly. So we are looking for drivers. And even if you think you may not be eligible, but you want to apply anyways, you can always send me an email. My email address is always down below in the description. truckerjosh@keystonewestern.com. There's a link down below in the description to make it super easy for you if you're thinking that you want to work here with us. Even if you're wondering, maybe I'm not eligible, but I should try anyways, just send me a message anyways. We can chat. Maybe we can work something out, you know? Maybe we can figure it out together. Maybe you don't have quite the experience that we require, but yeah, maybe we can work something out where you can figure it out and get you in a truck. We're looking for drivers too, and we're willing to work with you so that we can get our freight moving and get you working.
You kicked off your study session with a lo-fi playlist, but now you really need to focus. Turn your phone screen off, but keep your music on. Try YouTube Premium on us.
Buckle myself in so I don't fall out. Start her up so we can move forward. Put her in gear. Alright. Put the lights on. We're ready to rock. We have 825 kilometers to go. That's 500 miles approximately. And we want to do that tonight. Let's give her. Oh, am I stuck? Nope. Okay, let's give her. No stopping. Yeah, we can't go too fast, or we're gonna go flying out the window over all these bumps. Brakes. Okay, keep moving. Just keep moving. I don't even have to lock up the diffs or anything here. Okay, this is a little bit of a soft part here. Should be fine. There's a tow truck right there if I need them. Okay. And didn't even have to lock anything up. Beautiful. We've got our Timbs. And it's always a little bit of a rough ride bobtailing, so it's going to be a bit of a rough ride up north, but once we hook onto a trailer, it'll be a smooth ride back south. We got to go over that ice road again. That's pretty cool. Told my wife last night that I went over the ice. shouldn't have done that. Oh well. It's only half a kilometer. And the ice is probably like 8 feet thick. Oh well. These guys bought down too. Maybe I should go that way. You know what? I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna go that way. I changed my mind. Changed my mind. Going this way. This way leads up to the road we call Dougal, and Dougal will take me to the perimeter. The road that I want to go to. I'm going to go around the north side of Winnipeg and shoot up like an arrow up Highway 6. The one highway leading up into northern Manitoba. And it's pretty warm down here right now, plus 3 degrees Celsius. Yesterday when I was in Norway House, it was minus 22 up there. So it's quite a bit colder there, which is good because I don't want that ice road to melt out. I don't want to fall through. I know, the camera's got a steady camera option on it. So you really aren't seeing how bumpy this road is right now. As I'm bobtailing up the 6, I'm between, what is that, Grand Rapids? And where the 6 turns east on the way to Thompson. Holy smokes! I forgot already. It's only been 1 day since I've been up here, but yeah, we gotta tighten all the bolts when we get there. Yikes! Look at this thing. Look at everything shake. How bad the road is here. That is nuts. And this is the better part of it. It was worse over there. I pulled over because it was so bumpy. I had to give my head a break. I was getting a headache. Coming up to the generating station, Genpeg. I think there's a bunch of parking right here. Or in there too. Could always park in and around here if I have to later, but I'm pretty sure I'll have a few hours to keep going yet. It's a narrow bridge. It'd be interesting taking oversized loads through here. I'd love to go inside these hydro dams and actually see how they work. I think that'd be a really neat field trip. Do any of you work in one of these somewhere? If not here in Manitoba, maybe somewhere else? Must be a pretty neat job. All the lakes like this down in the southern part of the province in the southeast, every lake like this has multi-million-dollar cabins, cottages lining it. I guess up here it's untapped. One day it'll be filled with all kinds of cottages. One day Manitoba just doesn't have enough people yet. Eventually we'll all spread up here. We're coming up to the ice crossing. Just about dark out here now. On our way back, it'll definitely be pitch black outside. Good thing it's not a very long crossing. Like I was saying yesterday, usually there's a cable ferry that goes back and forth, but when the water freezes, we just drive over.
Hazard reported. Lights in your obstacles.
Most places build bridges to get over rivers and bodies of water, right? No, not here in northern Manitoba. Why build a bridge? You just drive right over the water. Way easier. Cheaper, too. Here we go. That's what ferry go down here. This is just across, this isn't even road, this is just down the riverbanks onto the water over there. It's been a bit of a warmer day today, so we'll see how it is. Down to the water we go. It's definitely a lot wetter than it was yesterday. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's water pulled up on top of the ice here already. Alright, let's get on to the water we go. Driving on the water. Insert Jesus joke here. It's very slushy. Very slushy. Yikes. Don't want to get stuck out here. Man. Alright, come on, get up here, come on, come on. There we go. If that doesn't get your heart pumping, I don't know what does. We gotta go back across that with a loaded trailer. In the dark.
Discover unforgettable travel experiences at getyourguide.com.
There's my trailer right there. Exactly like the one I put in before. It's a regular 53-foot reefer crate, by the looks of it. The reefer engine was taken off the refrigeration engine, and it's just been converted. I really want to get back over the ice as quickly as possible. That was only my second time coming up here. I guess my third time going over the ice, and going back will be my fourth time, the second time loaded. And it's been a really warm day, as you saw a lot of water and slush and pooled up on top of the ice already. That's normal from what I've heard. It still makes me a little nervous because I'm not used to that. I don't do that that often. I just want to get back over that ice as fast as possible, so that I can just be back on the mainland, I guess. 'Cause this is technically an island that I'm on right now. There's no bridge. I mean, there's got to be a time during the year where you can't leave the island, right? Because the ice is too thin to drive over, but it's still too thick for the ferry to run back and forth. So there's got to be a period of time from spring and fall where no one can come or go. And I don't want to be caught in that. I don't think that's till like April next month, but I want to get out of here and get back over that water.
Hazard reported. Life is full of obstacles. It's how we overcome them.
steel bracket in there. This bracket here. Fender like that. It's usually over here. Broke right off. I'm lucky it didn't actually fall off. I pulled over and it was sort of just hanging off the thread here and laying on the tire. And figured, well, that's not good. So literally just picked it up and the rest of it broke off here, and then strap it onto the back there. We'll get it fixed when we get back to the shop. But that's what I mean. I'm not kidding you. The roads are terrible coming up here. They need to do something. The truck is falling apart. Let's move the roads. We made it. We made it. In one piece. The whole piece is still here. We didn't lose anything. It's right there. Crazy, eh? It's always something. It's always something. Just pulled it out just from beside the building there so that I could do a proper walk around. Also make sure it was hooked on properly.
Hazard reported ahead. Life is full of obstacles. It's how we overcome them in our lives.
Tires are all turning on this side, but the brakes aren't frozen. That's awesome. Lights are working back here. Fantastic. Locked up. Fantastic. Alright. You can tell that neither tire was sliding because the tracks in the snow. So once again, you can tell that it's good by the way that it is. Doors are closed and locked.